Hello, hello. Let me know if you can see me. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin here, Ethereum, and wait for a few more people to come into the stream. Alexandra, hi. Previn, yes, we can see you. Previn, how are you doing? How are you guys doing? Let's wait for a couple more people and we'll be starting the stream right over here. We're going to analyze Ethereum. We're going to analyze Bitcoin here, making a really decent pump. I was getting a video ready because I saw this ascending triangle formation after breaking out from this channel. And yeah, we suddenly popped out because yeah, we should be arriving to the $35,000 here for Bitcoin. We can see an ascending triangle right over here. Okay, hitting this major resistance. And yeah, we suddenly just popped out, guys. And yeah, I was getting the video ready and yeah, we broke out, so I couldn't get the video out. So that's why I'm doing a live stream. And yeah, we should be hitting the $35,000 potentially in the next few hours. Why $35,000? Because we have an ascending triangle here. If we check out the 15-minute chart, we do have this major resistance, which is at $34,000 approximately. We've been hitting it a couple of times, and we have been creating these higher lows, as you can see here on the chart. We might place a live trade here as if we manage to have a correction. I will be entering here on PrimeXbt, guys. Remember, PrimeXbt has got the best bonus available that I know, which is 50% in addition of what you deposit. We'll be doing a live trade right over here if we do manage to get a quick correction, okay? So we will dive in here into a trade. I was making the video and we suddenly popped out of this resistance phase. Zakaria, hi Andy, how are you doing? Anna Maria, hi. The Phaser, hello Andy, hello everyone. Hey guys, how are you doing? Saturday morning here in Spain. Stavros, how are you doing, Stavros? Michael, hi. Gihan, hello. Pamela, good to see you. I'm up late in California. I have a long on Bitcoin and Ethereum riding it high. Great, Pamela, that is great news. Fantastic. I'm 1000% down on my portfolio, so many ups and downs. Yes, exactly. We all are. Everybody that's in the crypto space is down. Okay, Pratik. So don't worry. Just hodl. Smash that like button, everyone. Bernard, how are you doing? Fantastic to see you here. Bitcoin, hello, Bitcoin Sensors. Pfizer, how are you doing? Nothing special. Says, hi, I didn't follow the stream for several days because I was held midnight in Taiwan. Happy I can follow today. Yes, great, fantastic, nothing special. Glad you're here. Finally pump up. Yes, exactly, H. Very much expected, very much expected. If you saw my videos in the last couple of days, we did see this scenario playing out, and it looks like it is playing out very nicely. I was making a video ready about this possible scenario for this potential trade all the way up to the $35,000. And yes, I was halfway through the video and then we suddenly popped up, so I couldn't get that video out, so we'll just do a live stream. Guys, this is very much tradable. Could you enter here? You could, but it is very risky because I mean, the measured move is all the way up to the $35,000 range, okay? $35,100. To be conservative, $35,000. I would expect a correction. We might pop into a trade here, all the way up here. Very much expected this move, guys. Why? Why $35,000? Because it is the measured move from this ascending triangle, okay? And also, we do have some major resistance right over here. As you can see, this was an inverse... Sorry, not an inverse, a head and shoulder, okay? Right over here. We didn't meet the target. I wasn't too concerned of the target of this head and shoulder. That's why I didn't place any trades and I wasn't expecting it to come as low as this point. We did see the ABC correction playing out beautifully in this case. Okay. Let me just get this out for you guys. 1 second. Trading patterns. And this was a clear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty clear. I mean, it could have not played out. Right, guys, I'm messing up here. Hang on a second. Right. Just so you can see the theory, these are only lines, but you can see the theory here of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves. The ABC correction, you know how we calculated the C with the Fibonacci extension tool, getting the 5th wave to the A to the B. Then you could see the extension of the C, taking it all the way to the 100% of the Fibonacci extension tool. We broke out from this channel also. This was yesterday. We finally broke out from this channel. The measured move from the channel from the breakout is also taking us just below the $35,000. So yeah, we're definitely on track, as you can see, as to meet these levels. $35,000 range. Let's see if we can get a pullback, and we'll be entering a trade on PrimeXbt or Bybit, guys. I have got a small little swing trade here, currently at $40. I am trying to ride this all the way to about $42,000 if we are in an accumulation phase. But PrimeXbt for day trading, let's see if we can get a little scalp here if we have a correction. Wow, Andy, it is too early for me, says Eva Silvana. How are you doing? Trade longing if we retest the support at 33.8. Yes, exactly. It would be nice. I'm not sure if we are going to come this low. Let's wait for a potential. You could enter a trade here, but it's just a little bit too late. It is the breakout. I would wait for a correction. Okay, guys. I don't FOMO in. We could perfectly reverse. The good thing here on the 50-minute, there is volume, there is intention. So yeah, 35,000 is very possible. It is the peaks, as you can see right over here, of the shoulders, okay, of this inverse head and shoulder, sorry. I'm going to wait to see for a correction. I do not FOMO in here. I was getting a video ready for you guys just round where we were here, thinking, right, we've got major resistance here. Okay, this was the video. We got major resistance. We are making higher lows here on the 1 hourly time frame. So a breakout from this resistance is imminent, basically, from the resistance or from the support. Okay, the bearish scenario would have been breaking the support here and coming down and retesting the support from this huge channel that we were talking also on my videos. We got the support range, so breaking out from here would have taken us to retest the support, but we broke resistance, guys. I mean, this is the thing about trying to make quick videos and editing. You know, if you are at the very end of a potential trade, then yeah, it breaks out, then you cannot get the video because my video was right over here. If you break out, that's why I'm live. So let's take a look at Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let me just go quickly through the comment section. Hi Andy, hi Jaya, how are you doing? Spyinfo, hey Andy, how is the market right now? Looking for a good entry point. It's looking great. I expect very much $35,000 here in the next coming hours potentially, but also I would expect a retracement. We do have some okay volume. It's not a huge amount, but it is more than what we've had for the last couple of days. So I think this is pretty strong to come all the way up here to $35,000. If we have a correction, we'll be popping into a trade here, guys. I couldn't trade the exact breakout because I was getting a video ready. And yeah, there's nothing worse than getting a video ready for a potential move and the move happening before getting the video out, sorry. Spain won versus Switzerland. Yes, sir. Yeah, Spain in the semi-finals on penalty, exactly. Very, very lucky. I think we go down head and shoulders on daily. Right, head and shoulder on the daily. Okay, is that macro head and shoulder, which I don't think will play out. If you're talking about this massive head and shoulder, then yeah, it is unlikely to play out in my opinion. Also, yesterday I did not manage on my video to explain the volume profile on the accumulation or the distribution. On the accumulation here on the volume profile, it does look like there is more selling pressure, okay, on the top side than on the downside. But it is very difficult because it's just a huge mountain. Usually, if you want to see this as an accumulation, you would want to see more volume here on the volume profile than on the upside. So you would want to see a nice mountain of volume from the lower part, okay? And in this case, you would say there is a little bit more on the top. We do see a nice peak here. So yeah, it is very difficult with the volume profile at this point. But it does look like there is a little bit more volume to the upside. So it's very confusing. A little bit more volume here than there is here, right? But we do see a nice peak of volume around this area. So yeah, you could say it's accumulation, you could say distribution, very hard here on the volume profile. But the good thing there is more volume on the bottoms, like we mentioned in yesterday's video, which indicates that yes, it is accumulation. Right, let's take a look. Right, Bitcoin not giving the chance here for a retracement. Hi Andy, nice job. What is the bearish target for Ethereum? Right, let's take a look. Bearish target or bullish target? Well, the good thing about Ethereum now, we are breaking out from this. We are breaking up. Remember yesterday we did talk about this uptrend from these high lows. We finally got a consolidation and a breakdown. But yeah, there wasn't too much volume. There is actually more volume now to the upside than there was to the downside, guys. So we are breaking this major resistance, which is absolutely great. Let's see if we can get another leg up here. Then potentially we are going to get held from this support level. But guys, just so we can, I'm an analyst that I use mostly price action and volume. I look at the volume a lot. I don't look at many indicators, sometimes the volume profile, the RSI for divergence, but the volume is the most important. You can clearly see from this breakout, we have this volume over here, okay? Now, while we were going up, there has been more volume, guys. The buying pressure is harder than the selling pressure, especially breaking from a major support level. So what does this mean? This means that it is most likely that the buying pressure is going to get above the selling pressure. Usually when you see a break up or a breakdown, you want to see a breakdown, okay? Let me just go here so I can explain. Just so I can explain how volume works, and it's really, really easy once you understand it. You have the price going down, then you have a good spike in volume or 2 or 3, okay? And while you're having the retracement, this is going down, you want to see the volume going down, okay? And while you're forming a round top, you want to see the volume even going lower. What does this mean? That it is most likely that the price is going to continue to the downside with volume coming higher than it is to have a V-shaped recovery. But if you see volume coming higher than the actual impulse to the downside when it's going up, and you see volume going higher, it is very likely that this is going to shoot up and break the actual downtrend volume. So this is what is happening currently for Ethereum. Okay, if you know how to read the price action and volume, this is what's currently happened. You have this volume with this price action to the downside and the volume going higher on the retracement from this breakout. So yeah, we want to see there's good intention here. We do have some resistance from this trend line, very important trend line here in my opinion. So anyway, we're going to take a look at Ethereum here at Bitcoin. Let's see if we do manage to have a scary retracement here to get into a potential trade. I heard some wild price prediction, for example, 88 to 40, VET to 10, and Phantom to 20. It is too ambitious to me, but 30,000 is ambitious when BTC is $0.3, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, these price predictions are pretty crazy. You can expect Bitcoin to hit 100, 120,000, but these price predictions of $300,000 are a little bit crazy in my opinion. But the economy is crumbling, guys. You got the dollar, not now, eventually not now. The dollar will be gaining power because there is a deflationary period right now inflation or is not happening fast. Okay, might happen by next year. Quite some decent inflation. There are some price rises, but there's not dollars in circulation. The economy is not fully opened yet. So love your live stream, the Phaser. Thank you very much. Bitcoin TA, please. Best scalp. The best scalp would be getting a nice retracement here. If we get a heavy retracement, then yeah, it would be good for entering. If you want to risk an entry here, be careful. You might have to hold a loss from this downtrend. Yeah, guys, I was making a video. I couldn't do a trade here, a scalp, because I was getting a video ready. And yeah, guys, it is what it is. But this was a great trade. This was a great trade. You could have started trading the breakout because you did see some volume intention already. Guys, ideally now you would wait for a retracement, maybe not down to the support, but at least to these levels, and then potentially enter a trade. So let's get a trade ready here on PrimeXbt. Guys, remember, you have the link in the description of PrimeXbt. It is my favorite day trading platform. You got 50% in addition of what you deposit if you use my link in the description. Be careful with trading, guys. Don't use more than you're willing to lose. Okay, so let's get a trade here ready to see if we can catch the dip and enter a long position. So let me get here this ready. All right, guys, I'll be there straight away. 1 second. If you don't know how to trade on PrimeXbt, feel free to check out the tutorial also in the description to learn how to use PrimeXbt. Okay, guys. We'll do a little scalp here, see if we can manage to get a nice dip here and enter a trade. Because the technicals, okay, maybe the stop loss will arrive, but at some point, but the technicals say that we should be arriving more or less around the $35,000 area. Okay, we just hit 34,600. I am expecting another leg up. So let's see if we can get here into the retracement. Love your live streams. Thank you very much. Right, scalp at $35,000. Yes, exactly. Scalp to $35,000 at least. Okay, we could see that we are going to get major resistance around the $35,000 area. Okay, this is our next major resistance point. Okay, these shoulders. $35,000. Also, I would be conservative and probably exiting at $35,000. Let's see if we can get a major dip here. The Moon, Germany, how are you doing? Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining in. Hey, Bob's your uncle. How are you doing? Undoubtedly the best live stream. Thank you very much, Rizwan. Could you please explain the difference between day trading and scalping, swing, etc.? All these, thank you. Anna Maria, well, day trading is having a trade during the day. So it can be 1 hour, it can be 15 minutes, it can be 10 hours. So that's in the day. Scalping usually is a quick move into the chart. So you would scalping means a trade of 5 minutes. It can be a trade of 10 minutes. It can be a trade of 1 hour usually. So scalping, that is what's usually the meaning of scalping. Swing trading is having a trade open for over 1 day. So that is the difference in between scalping, swing trading, and so yeah, guys. Isn't a fake pump like the previous? A fake pump like the previous? No, I don't think so. This looks like a pretty decent pump. Also, it is the weekend, so yeah, the weekend are very difficult for trading. Usually it is unreliable. I think it's also holiday in the US. Love this stream. Thank you, the video. Guys, I am a holder for long term, so I need advice from you. And here is the question: should I buy BTC for long term now or wait for buying in lower price? I mean, the thing is about this, Elizabeth, you don't know how long this dip is going to be for. Are we going to go to the 25k levels? Are we going to go to the 20k levels? Nobody really knows this. So every time the Bitcoin price dips, if you are a long-term holder, it is always good to dollar cost average. It has been a winning strategy for the last decade. So yeah, don't wait for lower prices, just dollar cost average in. Thank you for your video. Big help as always. Thank you, Laszlo. Thank you very much for your support. Bro, Matic check and BTC forming triangle at the 4 hourly. On the 4 hourly, a triangle. On the 4 hourly time frame. What type of triangle? Okay. I can see something here from this. Yeah, potentially. From this support also. Yeah, this could potentially be a symmetrical triangle. Also for, we'll be taking a look at this in the next coming days. Obviously, we still have another few days and we have a lot of distance. But yeah, this could be a potential move for Bitcoin. We'll be checking that out also. Let's take a look at Matic here for my man. Right. I guess Matic did go back down to the $1 range, right? Right, let's take a look at Matic here on the 1 hourly chart and see what's going on. Right, Matic is holding nicely in between the $1 range and the $1.20. We did say that eventually we did want to get above the $1.24, okay, which we can see as this resistance point. Is this going to be like a triple bottom formation? So yeah, if we do break out from $1.24 for Matic, we could see a nice leg up to this resistance point. So we can get, from the lower part all the way to the top from the breakout. Could we come all the way up here? Yeah, potentially $1.45 if we break $1.44 for Matic. And eventually, if we break the $1, I think 87 cents is very probable for Matic. We do see this peak over here, as you can see. So it would be likely if we break $1 coming to 87 cents approximately. Quick update on Matic. For hourly chart, BTC check, bro. If declined from 35k, it's a huge dump. Yeah, if we are rejected, right? This is potentially what you're talking about. Let's take a look at the 4 hourly chart. Yeah, exactly. I mean, $35,000 is a retest point. It is a retest point. That's why, we were talking about these shoulders right over here. As you can see, we got this resistance, we got this resistance, we got this resistance. So yeah, we will. Are we going to break it or are we going to get rejected? But it'll be a very good week to see from Monday. I think this is going to be a lot of sideways action, and we'll be getting some rejection at $35,000. But yeah, somebody in the comment section saying that we are forming, these lower highs, and we are forming these higher lows. So yeah, it is critical. There is going to be a decent move in the next coming days. But obviously, yeah, I am expecting some type of rejection here at $35,000, $35,100, $35,200 approximately. Is BTC possible make Morningstar candle at a daily chart? Let's take a look at the daily chart. Well, it's still early to see that. Right. Muhammad says, please correct me if I'm wrong. No, definitely. We are going to get rejected. We are going to see some type of resistance, okay, on Bitcoin at the $35,000 range, okay? We have a peak right over here, as you can see. A peak there, a peak there. So there is going to be some type of consolidation or rejection. But we are attempting the $35,000 if we do manage to get up there now for many times. So it is likely that we might even break it. It is the weekend though. It might be not today or tomorrow. As you can see, if I do extend this resistance line, it is a major level, the $35,000 area, as you can see. So hi Andy, good morning. Hi Revanth, how are you doing? Should we short? No. Why would you want to short? We are trying to long here. We are going to arrive to the $35,000. I am waiting for a potential pullback here to arrive to $35,000 area. We might not get the pullback. We maybe will. This is what we are taking a look. Why would you want to short? Could you potentially try and short $35,000? Yes, but it would be risky also. There is going to be some type of rejection, like we mentioned, at $35,000. But we might even break it, guys. Very possible too. If you want to try and short it to come here to this base again, we know that this area, the $34,000, very nice round numbers, are major support levels and resistance, as you can see here. So if you want to short 35 to 34, yes, but it is just this is bounce, you know, in areas in between resistance and support. It could be a move. It could be a move. You could try that. I'm not going to suggest it. Love it. I'm already in a long on both BTC and Ethereum. Very good. I hope you got into a long position pretty low. I don't like getting into a long if we are halfway already. I would wait for a retracement. But if you got in low at a lower point, fantastic. 35K is very, very probable, okay? In this case, this move tells us that 35K is very, very likely here on Bitcoin. So that would be the measured move here on this ascending triangle formation. Please check 4-hourly chart is gonna form a head and shoulder. For a head and shoulder on the 4-hourly chart, let's take a look at the 4-hourly chart here. Head and shoulder on 4-hourly chart. If you can tell me the coordination of the head and shoulder, I don't see a head and shoulder here on the 4-hourly. Where would be the neckline? Please let me know in the comment section. Guys, make sure to smash up the like button on your way in, also the newcomers, and subscribe for daily content on Bitcoin and crypto, daily technical analysis. What is your prediction, price prediction for BTC the beginning of 2022? I think we will be hitting all-time high at some point after the summer. I don't think it's going to be in the summer. I think we are going to see bear market for a few months. So potentially, I think price prediction, a realistic price target for BTC at the peak of the cycle is 120,000. 120K is my price prediction. Hey Andy, what if BTC breaks to $40,000 all the way without some breakthrough? Without some pullback SPY info, is that what you're talking about? Yeah, well, eventually there are going to be some pullbacks. But if this is going to play out, guys, if this is going to play out, then yeah, we should be hitting $40,000 in a matter of a week or two. Nothing guaranteed. Eventually, this is only, you know, what I think, and a lot of people also thinking about this. A lot of analysts talking about this potential accumulation phase. I'm a bit afraid it is a bull trap like it's several times before. It is several times before. Is there something different this time? Well, are you talking about this short-term trade? The good thing about it that we can see some volume. It's not a huge amount of volume on the 1 hourly, but we should be arriving to the $35,000 range. Okay, this is my price target. After reaching this target, we could have a massive pullback, you know. I am not saying that we are going to break out from these levels, from this resistance, but I do see it hitting in the next few hours. By the end of the day, I think we should be hitting 35K. Maybe tomorrow, I don't know how this is going to react. Are we going to go sideways and then sideways again and then come back up? Going to retest, then retest again and then back up. Everything is possible, but it is more likely that we are going to hit $35,000, then going back below the $34,000 range. This is more likely than this. Today your webcam is looking good, thanks. I went long 6 hours ago. Perfect. That is absolutely great. Well, yeah, you could have longed, guys, if you are, you know, if you do look at this analysis, you can long at C already from an AB, from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves, ABC correction. This is what we've been taking a look at this here for since we were around this area. I was very much expecting this to happen. Also, we did find a descending wedge here, and yeah, this was, we were looking at this scenario many days back already from the 30th of June. I was expecting this because we did see the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, expecting an ABC correction. You can enter along at the C point. Obviously, you do have resistance points to break, guys. This is the thing, but it was likely to break this resistance. And yeah, the next resistance is the $35,000. So you could have longed here perfectly just by looking at the ABC correction and entering at C. Awesome hammer at C2. Yeah, maybe you're talking about this one. It is a red. It would be ideal to be green to have a wick here with volume. But yeah, you do see some, you know, the good thing about a C correction, or yeah, about a correction, the volume is also good to see when it's going to end. When you see this, that means, hey, this is a barrier. We want to finish and we want to start making a turnover here. The volume helps very, very much. Okay. When you see the price coming down and you see the volume at the very end of the actual correction, the C correction, then most likely scenario is that we are going to, you know, potentially form a round consolidation, round bottom, and then start pumping. Volume is also important to end the correction. Hello, how are you today? What do you think about STMX, StormX? I'm not sure about that project, STMX. 181 here on CoinGecko. Let's take a look at the chart here. STMX. Well, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad. We are in just in a massive correction. It seems like that this level over here is pretty good. Just by looking at this chart here on STMX, you know, just a bit of volume reading, price action and volume, most important in my opinion for trading. We've got this huge 2 candles on the daily with this volume over here. Yeah, I see the price unlikely. We might break a little bit below. But yeah, I don't think eventually this will ever go below these levels. Well, not ever, nothing is for certain. But some entity is very interested in this project because they've put a huge amount of buying pressure, a huge amount of volume of money, really, into here. So we've had this massive correction, no volume at all compared to this volume, no volume at all in the correction. So if you ask me about this project, I'm not sure what this project is, what it does, but by looking at the charts, guys, it is more likely that this will start picking up to these highs. It is most likely. Why, you ask me? Because we have this volume, this candlestick with this volume, sideways, we break out the high here. We have some volume, okay? It's not like this volume over here, which is crazy, but we do have higher volume than in the correction. Look at this correction here from April. There's no volume. So the intention is this is just a healthy long-term correction, and there's no volume at all. If you see spikes of volume like this in the correction, then it is dangerous. You can see that there is selling pressure. If you start seeing spikes of volume while we are coming down, then the intention of continuing down is higher. But if the volume dries up, while we're going down, the most likely is that we are going to find some type of bottom and we are going to continue up. So yeah, that's the analysis. Just a quick macro analysis on this coin. I don't know what it is, but it does look like that we might recover from here just by looking at this chart. What is the RSI saying for Ethereum and BTC? It is the weekend and we might see a pullback. Let's take a look at the RSI here on Ethereum. Yeah, exactly. Weekends are very difficult because the volume is unreliable. The movements are very unreliable. We want to see nice, clear breakouts during the week. Much better for trading. That is for sure. I don't usually trade on the weekend, but if there is an opportunity, you could take the risk. Let's take a look at the RSI. I don't know why I haven't got the RSI here on this chart. Let's take a look. Let's see what the RSI can tell us. Right. We did see these bearish divergence. That's why we also had this massive correction, okay? But in the short term, nothing too special here on the RSI. The RSI was making lower lows here on this correction. It is still making higher lows from here. So we are not at super overbought territory. So yeah, nothing to talk about the RSI here. Let's take a look at the RSI on Bitcoin. I don't know why I haven't got the RSI pulled out. Right. We did see the bearish divergence here slightly when we had the fifth wave. So a correction was very, very likely. No divergence going down here on the ABC correction or going up here. It's still very early. We need to see the RSI popping into the overbought territory and then seeing what is going to happen next. Still soon to see anything on the RSI. 20k this month, your opinion? No, I don't think so. I don't think we'll go down to 24k. But anything is possible eventually. Is it better to long when this hits 35k or wait for the Wyckoff retracement back to 35 after hitting 37 before the leg up to 40k? Right. Well, let's take a look at the 4 hourly, because if this was to play out, which should, we are getting a bounce here at the last test. We should be getting a bounce here into the last point of support, which is way above the $36,000. then what we can see, for example, here on the 4-hourly chart is that we are forming a symmetrical triangle. We got 2 points of resistance from these lower highs, also points here as support from these higher lows. So if we break out nicely from the 30, or depending on where this resistance is going to be, if we do break nicely the 35k levels, you could potentially enter along here at the bounce of this resistance, turning it into support. So that would be a trading strategy. It is not the most beautiful symmetrical triangle, but we have enough touches of resistance and support to form it. The measured move is getting the width, okay, of the back of the symmetrical triangle, or depending on where we're breaking out, this should take us to the $44,000 range. I would be a little bit skeptical about this. I would exit most of my position potentially at $40,000 range if we break 35 here nicely to 36, 30, 36, 37, then potentially a pullback and enter. Very possible. We'll be taking a look at this scenario in the next coming days for sure, guys. Guys, let's wait 2 seconds before we continue with the stream. Scroll down and smash up the like button. 185 watching at this moment and 78 likes. So yeah, feel free to smash up the like button. That is amazing support. I am still waiting here for a potential retracement. I'll be risking some capital here to enter a long position. I do think $35,000 range is very possible. The bad thing is that it is the weekend, and yeah, I don't like the weekend too much. We could just fizzle out and go sideways here for a long time. Weekend is very boring. But I've got a long position here ready at 34k, approximately 34,100 for potential scalp all the way to $35,000. It might not arrive there today. It will be in between today and tomorrow, in my opinion. This is on PrimeXbt, guys. Remember, PrimeXbt has got the best bonus that I know available, which is 50% in addition of what you deposit. You deposit $5,000, you're getting $2,500 on top of that by using my link in the description and Bitcoin Census 50 as the promotion code. You just need to log in, go to account, and then here you put the promotion code. You'll be getting 50% on top of what you deposit. So yeah, guys, I say this because this is a small commission that I get. Eventually, you are helping the channel out. Thank you very much. Cheers, mate. Thank you, Juan, for joining in. You think getting in on Ethereum on the pullback as well? No, because I mean, Ethereum is getting some resistance, as you can see from this trend line that we broke to the downside. It would be ideal to break this to the upside. Yeah, I'm not sure if we do come down here on Ethereum, the structure won't be looking that good. But eventually we could have a double bottom scenario here kind of thing. But I'm more looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the one that's looking better. So yeah, if I trade one thing. You could trade both. I don't see nothing clear just yet for Ethereum, but I do see it pretty clear for Bitcoin. I do see 35k very clear for Bitcoin from this scenario. Okay, we have these higher lows, the symmetrical triangle, major resistance point at 34k. We've been hitting it as support here, also as resistance. Once we broke down, we've broken out of it, so it's very likely that 35k is on the way. This is what the charts are telling me, so it's all probabilities. Nothing is for sure, guys, as always. Right, let me go. Do you think July will be a green month for BTC? Well, there's a lot of good news on the crypto space. A lot of good news in the month of July. So yeah, potentially it might be green, especially if this scenario is going to play out. Eventually July will be green if we are expecting this. You know, this is the scenario that we are expecting, going to the $40,000 range in the next coming weeks. So in my opinion, I think July will be green. I see in the 4-hour chart as well, if we get rejected from 35k, we might form a W-shaped recovery as well. God knows which will play out. Yeah, exactly, Muhammad. We do not know. Bitcoin sensors got to love the amount of bearish sentiment when everyone expects lower. You know we're going higher. Yeah, exactly. I mean, but there are bullish people. I think it's like a 50-50 kind of thing now. You know, there's a lot of people that are bearish. There's a lot of people that are bullish. So it is a very big fight at this moment in between bulls and bears. But I think there is a little bit of more bearish sentiment. Yeah, you got that right. So right. Do you think Sol is a good buy now? Solana, yeah, well, it is a decent project. So if you believe in this project, I'm not too familiar, then, I mean, yeah, it's had an amazing performance. It would be ideal to get a little bit more of a pullback here, if you ask me. Look at this is the macro perspective since May of 2020, so it is just looking great. So a little bit of more pullback would be ideal to re-enter this. The recovery that Sol is having is pretty good. Let's take a look at the 1 hourly chart. We finally did break out. Okay, we are hitting major resistance. Let's take a quick look at the 4 hourly, zoom out here a little bit, and yeah, we've broken out from this resistance point, from these lower highs, as you can see on Solana. We were getting some type of rejection here also, just about to break out, and now it does look like that we have broken out. We do see some volume. At least higher than the first attempt right over here. So there's more volume on this attempt than on this one, which is good. But we are hitting major resistance. We need to get above $35 for Solana. If we do get above $35, I do see a leg up to $40. Why is this? Because it is the next major resistance point. We do see $35 on Solana, a major resistance point at this point. It's been resistance there, support over here for a long time. So yeah, getting above $35 nicely with some volume is a very strong indicator that it is very likely to meet $40 in the short term. It is the next major resistance point, as you can see, because in between $40 and $35, what have we seen? Up, down, up, down, up, down. So it is it will be pretty easy to go from $35, $36 to $40 again. We do not have too much stops, as you can see by looking at the history in between $40 and $35. It is pretty straightforward to the upside and to the downside. So yeah. Whoop. Right, let me go through the comments again. I have deleted a comment by accident. D. Vermas, sorry about that. I was just scrolling down and I deleted the comment. So if you want to comment again, feel free. I've deleted your comment by accident. Pamela D, thank you very much for the super chat. I love your stream and TA skills. I'm learning a lot. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the super chat, and I'm really glad that you like my TA. I want to try and keep it very simple. Okay, I will be getting some indicators out. I don't use very much, but obviously trying to explain it while I'm taking while I'm doing the technical analysis. So thank you very much, Pamela, for that super chat. Very much appreciated. Big green candle volume was a likely short squeeze. Well, do you mean this green candle, a short squeeze? By looking at the technicals here, it was likelier to go up from here than going down. Okay, just because of the Elliot wave theory, and yeah, mostly we were going to get supported also from these higher lows. So it could be a short squeeze maybe, but anyway, the probabilities were obviously getting up here. Wait for $1 Pirate Chain. Pirate Chain is the privacy coin. Very, very interesting project. I was discussing this where I did an interview with Crypto Rich, and he was talking about Pirate Chain. Hi, how about ETC? Let's take a look at ETC here for Keith. ETC, US dollar. looking pretty good actually. ETC is looking pretty good. We did not manage to get support here from the breakout of these lower highs. We had like a wave up here, didn't manage to get support. We had the massive dump right over here, but we finally, as you can see, we got rejected once here as resistance, but we finally broke out. The good thing that we broke out from this major resistance line, which was the $49.50 range. We got a pullback and we are going up now, guys. Very cool. I mean, this is how you can expect. Again, a clear example of how volume and price action works. You have the price going up. You have this amount of volume. In the pullback, you see the volume going down. What is the most likely? That we are going to have a retest at least to the high levels. Okay. So anyway, and you would say, how do I know when is the pullback going to finish, even though the volume is going down? Well, a very good simple tool is the Fibonacci retracement from the low here of the start of the pull. From this low to the top, you could eventually usually you would getting in between 38% and 62%, which is the golden pocket. So this is the area you want to enter potentially for a long position. This would be the first wave, okay? So maybe you can expect 5 waves here. But eventually you want to try and get into the first wave. So this is the first wave. You have decent volume. The volume is going down here on the retracement. You want to start entering a position at 50%, 38, 50, and 62. If we do go below 62 and there's 78 would be the last point here. But it will be looking pretty dangerous. Usually 62, the golden pocket usually holds nicely. You might have some wicks below it on the impulse, but usually it is a good moment to place a long at 62% levels, golden pocket. If you start going below 62 and 78, it'll be looking a little bit scary. We might be going down. So it would be a good exit point below 78. Start exiting, take the loss, because usually in between 38 and 62, you would be getting the move up here. Looking at the volume also, look how the selling pressure has no intention on going lower. So it is time for the bulls to start kicking back again. So very simple price action and volume analysis. This is how it works. You do not need a ton amount of indicators. Missed you, Andy. Thanks for another live. ADA, if you don't mind, about to break $1.40. Let's take a look at ADA. Yeah, ADA, exactly. Just at the $1.40, we were talking about this major resistance point. Look how we entered the cross, okay? Look at ADA here on the 4-hourly. We talked about this, price action, downtrend to the downside, making lower highs. Okay, I'm going to repeat it every single time because just in case they are newcomers, they are new subscribers, I want to go through it and explain every chart that why I have these lines on. Right, so major resistance at the $1.40. If I extend this line over here, you will know why the $1.40 is a major level. You can see we got supported here nicely, a couple of wicks down here, some support here, finally breaking out because we were getting rejected from these lower highs trend line here. So the price got pushed down. An attempt to break here the trend line from the lower highs, finally broke it. And yeah, we were creating higher lows over here. That's why I've got this trend line, but it's not too important now. We broke out. We got a bounce from the trend line, as you can see here. Let's get this one out of the way. It's not that important now. Yeah, as you can see here, we got a bounce from this trend line, from the low highs. You can see this clear trend line over here. We broke out. We just got a bounce from it into the upside. Now we are fighting to break the $1.40. We have retested it so many times now. The most likely scenario is that we'll be getting a break and then we are hitting $1.45, guys. I've been telling you that $1.45 is a major level on ADA. As you can see, we did try and attempt breaking it multiple times here. We failed on this one. It was a clear fake out. We came straight back down. So it is a major level, the $1.45. I would be getting bullish on ADA as soon as we break 145 with some decent volume. So yeah, it is likely to break 140 to 145. If we do not break it with some clear volume, yeah, eventually we'll be having some type of pullback here on ADA. Doge, please. Let's take a look at Doge here for Gaurav. Right, Dogecoin. Yeah, I don't like Dogecoin. I don't like it. I don't usually. We've been taking a look, but it's so volatile. It just has massive wicks. When you have a chart with massive wicks, it is just, yeah, I don't like doing an analysis. Look at this pump and dump. No, I mean, yeah, guys, Dogecoin, Shiba Coin, or some of these meme coins, I usually stay away from the chart. I'm not going to trade it, so I won't take a look at it anyway. I won't trade it, so I'll take a look at it for the community. But yeah, it is very unreliable for charting. Dogecoin, very volatile, very manipulated also. So what do you think will be next catalyst to bring us back to all-time high? Well, who knows? We might get a few countries making Bitcoin as legal tender. Will help push the price up. Inflation rates going higher in the next coming months. We could see inflation. If you Google inflation rate in the US, you can see that we've gone from 1.4% or 1.6% the last couple of months. We've been growing very high, over 1% for the for the last couple of months. So in May, we've gone up to about 3.5, something like that, and in June we can see 5% already. So if we see signals of inflation going higher, which is expected to not by the Federal Reserve, by Jerome Powell, he did come out and say we're going to try and get inflation back to 2% by 2023. Who knows if that's going to be true? But we can see if we see inflation rates going higher in July, August, September, so from 5% going to 6%, 7%, then eventually this is going to be also it's going to get people a little bit cautious in getting their money into risky assets, maybe such as Bitcoin. Andrew, people named Andy Andrew are the best. Thank you very much. Yes, exactly. Cup and handle on Ethereum on the 4 hourly. Let's take a look at this potential cup and handle that I have from Ron. Let's take a look at this. Right, I think I know what you are meaning right over here. Let's take a look at the 4 hourly. And yeah, I think this is what you are potentially talking about. This being the cup, this being the handle. Very much possible, yes. The handle is not the most beautiful, but yeah, if we go to the 1 hourly chart, could the handle be in this? Right over here, touching resistance, and yeah, this is a little bit difficult for this one, but could it have been this, the handle of the cup and handle? Yeah, potentially. It's not the most beautiful, but you just need on a cup and handle a point of resistance, which is here, which is the $2,270 range. You just need a bottom round formation, coming back up and retesting this resistance, which we did, $2,270 range, and having a pullback on the retest and coming back up. So we might have a retest at the $2,270. It is the weekend. It is going to be hard to retest it and break it, in my opinion. We might get also rejected. This would be validated as soon as we break 2,280 nicely here, arriving to 2,400 with some decent volume. Then yes, this could potentially be a decent move. Especially we are seeing this double bottom scenario. So yeah, this would be a really good leg up if we take the measured move from the cup to the resistance, guess what, guys? It is taking us to the next major resistance, which is the $2,900. It would make extremely sense to come all the way up here, guys. Spot on this cup and handle. Could it happen? Yes, we do clearly see that the $2,280 levels is major resistance. It's been major support, as you can see right over here. So we've got resistance there. We have a cup, we have a handle. We're going to retest the resistance. If we break out, guys, this could be a really good swing trade. I don't think this is going to happen in one day eventually, but if we break $2,280 nicely to 2,400, we have some decent volume on the breakout. This could be a great swing trade all the way to $2,900. We need a clear breakout of the resistance of $2,280. We also need clear volume, so nice high volume here like this. You know, well, anyway, high volume. Yeah, it could potentially be a swing trade. I would only trade this if we do see a nice green candle volume from the breakout of $2,280. If not, I wouldn't trade it. I would, you know, I would potentially enter here. I wouldn't wait for a pullback. I would enter while we're entering 2,400. If we see high volume, you would just leave it for a swing trade. It might take a few days to get up to the 2,900. It might take a week. Who knows? But that's why you would enter a swing trade. This is very much tradable, guys. If you are interested in trading this swing trade, Bybit is my favorite swing trading platform. If you use the link in the description, you're getting the best bonus available, which is $600. Also, Femex is very good on swing trade. They have very low fees. There's a link in the description if you prefer Femex. But Bybit is my favorite swing trading platform. The bonus is in the description. Make sure to take advantage. You can trade Ethereum. This is a very good trade, actually. So yeah, spot on this potential cup and handle. If we break 2,280, then this would confirm the actual formation here. And yeah, we could come as high as almost 2,900. Market is very confused. Most structures are not playing out. This is very true, okay? A lot of confused sentiment here in the market. So yeah, it is the weekend also, guys. A lot of choppiness. But yeah, there is a fight in between if this is going to be a distribution or an accumulation. There is a huge fight out there now. A lot of people in denial that it is going to be an accumulation. A lot of people in denial that it's going to be redistribution, sorry. So yeah, a lot of mixed sentiments now in the market. I am mixed myself. I was starting to doubt at this wick over here that this was going to be accumulation, that we were going to see lower levels, we were going to come to 25k, you know. But this is the whole point of this. They want to get people that are bullish start turning bearish at these points. These are the trick points. So yeah, guys, be careful. It is very, you know, we don't have a clear direction. We're just going sideways. There's nothing more difficult to trade a sideways market. When the trend is up, it is easy. When the trend is down, it is easy because the trend is your friend. When you're going sideways, nobody is your friend, neither up or down. Andy, any coins that we can long or short now? Any altcoin? Well, I'm not going to tell you what to long or short. I'm just going to give you my analysis. And for now, BTC is my take. It is more likely for BTC to hit $35,000 than it is to hit 33,500 at this point. We might see a pullback. I think a pullback here would be a good entry in my opinion. You do not need to do this. I am just giving you my opinion on the market, how I read the charts. And yeah, I've been talking about this C correction on my last videos also. So I'm not always going to get it right, guys. When I'm wrong, I'm going to say it as well. Guys, I was wrong on this. Can you do XRP, Andy? Thanks, advantage, says Harish. Yes, okay, let's take a look at XRP. SafeMoon, no, is a meme coin. Sorry, I'm not. I'll just take a quick look on SafeMoon, okay? But yeah, I think there's no data anyway here on TradingView on SafeMoon. I'll be taking a look at XRP now straight away, okay? Yeah, I mean, how am I going to do an analysis on this? Yeah. Yeah, there's no volume, no data here on SafeMoon. Yeah, no, not taking a look at this. Let's take a look at XRP. Right, XRP did get rejected here from this major resistance point. It was looking pretty good, so yeah, the next attempt here on XRP would be getting above this fake out over here. There was some volume intention. So, but we finally got rejected here. So getting above this high on XRP, which is the 73 cents, getting high above this high that we created there, would be very likely to hit the 80 cents, which is the next major resistance line, as you can see here in the short term. Surprised this was a fake out in the end. But if we do manage to get above it, then yeah, I do see from 73 cents a nice leg up to 82 cents here. We've had a major drop here, so it would make sense to get it all the way up here nicely to 80 cents for XRP. Big potential W breakout on GRT US dollar, 1 hourly chart, 4 hourly, also up like 20% in the past day or so. Let's take a look at this for Garrett. GRT US dollar, this is the graph, I think. It is looking pretty good. We are at least breaking out from these lower highs formation. Yeah, I know what you can see here. I can already see it. We are hitting this major resistance point, and the good thing that we have broken out from this lower high trend line, but we haven't technically broken out from the last lower high, which would be these two. So a breakout from this resistance would be extremely bullish. I do see this W or triple bottom formation. This could be a triple bottom or yes, a W from here. And yeah, it is about to break out. So the measured move from this breakout would be coming from, you know, if we clearly break out the 63 cents for the graph GRT, a move to 72 cents would be very, very likely. The good thing is that, you know, it is curious how you can see volume attempts when you're breaking out from this downtrend trend line. So yeah, very much possible breaking out from this resistance 33 cents. The measured technical move is coming all the way up to 73 cents. So from 63 cents, 73 cents. If we see some nice volume here on this attempt, yeah, very likely to see the graph at 73 cents. Why is Bybit better for swing trade versus PrimeXbt? It is because of the fees, basically, Luke. The fees are a little bit higher on PrimeXbt than Bybit. You could swing trade on PrimeXbt, but the fees, depending on what pair you're going to trade, the fees are expensive. I traded Ethereum BTC for a swing trade, and they did charge quite a lot on my swing trade. So yeah, for day trading, it is better in my opinion. Because the fees for a day are extremely cheap on PrimeXbt. But if you're going to have a trade open for 4 days, they are cheaper on Bybit. That's why Bybit is my favorite swing trading platform, just because of the fee issue. But PrimeXbt has got a huge amount of pairs. It is incredible. You use Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT as collateral, and you can trade over 50 different markets. Okay, there is you have Forex, you got the Australian dollar against the Canadian dollar, you have Litecoin BTC pair, EOS US dollar, there's all sorts. You can trade oil, you can trade gold, you can trade the traditional stock markets such as S&P 500, Nasdaq, Dow Jones, and you are using Bitcoin. So you are risking Bitcoin by trading the traditional stock market. So you're gaining Bitcoin, you're not gaining dollars, which is incredible. It is really, really a cool platform actually. So yeah, I mean, the link is in the description. And also if you use Bitcoin Census 50, you're getting 50% in addition of what you deposit. This bonus is not, you cannot withdraw the bonus, the reward, okay? This is for buying power. So obviously, while you're trading, the more capital you have, the more gains you can make. So this is to add to your buying power. You cannot withdraw the bonus eventually. You can withdraw every single gain that you make with it, though. This is to add to your buying power. If you put $10,000, you'll be getting $15,000 in total. You're getting added $5,000 for buying power. Your trades can be bigger. So yeah, make sure to take advantage of that bonus. Guys, the link is in the description. Eventually, I'm getting a small commission, and be careful, guys, with trading. It is extremely risky if you do not know what you are doing, and don't risk more than you are willing to lose. It is always good to risk about 5% of your capital that you have in your trading account. The infogram says, Andy, any altcoin we can short or long now? Well, basically, we are doing more Ethereum and Bitcoin, but the graph has got a really good potential trader here. This can be traded on Binance. Link in the description. Also, guys, you're getting 10% out of fees if you use my link for Binance. I guess most of the people have already got a Binance account, but yeah, this is a really good trade for the graph. For example, we can clearly see a double or a triple bottom formation. We do have a major resistance line here. So yeah, if we do break out, if we see this as a triple or a double bottom, this is the measured move. You want to see a clear breakout with volume, at least to 65 cents, for example, because it is volatile. You can see some wicks to the upside. I would like to see 65 cents, for example, with some nice volume. Then this is a nice scalp all the way up to 72, 73 cents approximately. So yeah, that is a short-term trade that you could have here. You want to get in the clear breakout because you could get rejected from here. If you try and enter this estimating that it's going to do that, no, because we could get rejected from there. Right, let me go through the comments. Kava, please. Let's take a look at Kava. What about VeChain? I'll be taking a look at VeChain here for Ajay. At what price we can buy VeChain. Let's take a look at VeChain here, analysis. Also, what other crypto have I seen here in the comment section? Thomas says, if we are in Y-curve accumulation, I guess you're talking about, shouldn't we go up massive and start breaking resistance one by one, not starting retracing at this first resistance? Well, if we are in Y-curve, we should be starting pumping during these next coming weeks. Okay, this might take a couple of weeks. If we do take a look at these steps on the accumulation, we should be starting pumping. Yeah, this is the last retest. We might have another one, maybe, who knows? But yeah, we should be pumping in the next coming weeks. By the end of July, it would make sense, before the end of July, hitting $40,000 range, okay? It might be next week, it might be in 2 weeks, but so yeah, more or less. But yeah, eventually we do not need to go up in a straight line. This is going to take time to start picking up. We will have retracements, so it's not going to go up without any retracements, breaking resistance all the way up. No, it's going to take time, and we will be getting some tricky pullbacks here, all the way up here. VeChain, right, let's take a look at VeChain. VeChain still holding by a thread from this support level, from these higher lows. So yeah, if this support level for VeChain doesn't hold, I do see a correction down to the 0.075, which would be the next major support range. But if we do manage to pick up and hit again the 0.095 cents this high and break it, then it'll be looking pretty good for VeChain. How lower do you're asking me what is a good entry price? All depending is if it's for accumulation or is it for if you want to accumulate VeChain or if you want to trade it. Guys, we've had a massive correction already in the market. The problem is you want to expect lower prices to accumulate, but lower prices maybe won't happen. If you are bullish in a project, you think it's got a long-term potential, like VeChain. I do hold some VeChain in my portfolio. If you do think this project has potential for the future, start dollar cost averaging on the retracement. Don't expect lower levels and buy everything you can once we've hit lower levels. You do not know how low this is going to go. You just need to accumulate while we are going down. Because, you might expect lower levels and this might be starting to pick up right now. We do have a strong double bottom. We do have a strong support range on VeChain around the 6 cents. This range is very, very heavy support. We do not know if we're going to break it and go lower. So yeah, a dollar cost average if you are bullish in a project. I am bullish on VeChain. I do hold some VeChain. Buy VeChain immediately. The amount of official Chinese contracts is growing exponentially. Will probably replace BTC in China by Meow. Yes, exactly. VeChain, I think, is a very good supply chain industry. Tracking is very big. There's billions of dollars lost a year because of lost tracking of on the supply chain. So VeChain is going to be a good project in the next coming years, in my opinion. Right. Interesting, thanks. Says just signed up for PrimeXbt with your link. Thoughts it is cool how they link different markets. Yeah, exactly. And also, PrimeXbt does enter into the market directly. They do actually put your position. They do not trade against you. So yeah, PrimeXbt is great. You don't see any scam wicks on PrimeXbt. You could potentially see it sometimes, but they will fund you back on Bybit or Femex. There might be a huge wick, okay, but it is very unlikely because there is a huge amount of volume on Bybit on Femex. But you will never ever see it on PrimeXbt unless you see it on the chart eventually on an exchange. You will see it reflected on PrimeXbt, but you do not see scam wicks. You don't see massive wicks on PrimeXbt. Do you think Bitcoin is in a wave 4 correction before the wave 5, or this is currently the wave 5? Right, I am not sure on what time frame you are talking about, Marcus, but if you're referring to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, no, not really. I do not see this. I do not see this as a 5th wave. I do see this potentially, on the higher time frames, this could be a whole one wave, depending on on the daily chart. We still at the very bottom here. This is only short term 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves ABC corrections here on the lower time frame. So daily time frame or weekly, yeah, exactly. A 5th wave to the upside, Marcus, are you referring? So if we take a look here at the daily time frame here for Marcus, talking about potential 5th wave. Okay, are you talking about the correction? Are you talking about the correction? Because first wave starting from March of 2020. Well, it is being a 5th wave. Yeah, very difficult now to do this. If you coordinate the waves on the chat, we could probably check it out. Just tell me the low to the first wave from the high, what date. If you coordinate it, then that would be great. But yeah, a lot of people also talking about this being an ABC correction and also being 5 waves here from the all-time high. If we take a look at, sorry, 1 second. Where are the waves here? Right over here. This correction from the all-time high, we can see a first wave from the correction, because the waves are in the corrections also. They can be inside the ABC correction. You can see the first wave over here from 65k all the way down here to 47k would be the first wave. Second wave here. Third wave right down over here. Third wave is usually bigger than the first wave. Not always. They could be kind of the same, but usually it is. So this would be the third wave. And this sideways action is the fourth wave, eventually going all the way to the top here before getting the correction and breaking below the third wave. And what could happen on the fifth wave is you can do a double top formation, or you could come lower, potentially to 24k range, more or less, approximately, by looking at the impulse. But yeah, the fifth wave can be a fake out. So this could have been the fifth wave right over here, where we had the spring point just below 29k. We did go below the third wave. So it would make sense that this has been a small fake out, on the fifth wave. And then we are going to start, you know, potentially new waves to the upside. So this is very much possible. The fifth wave here is losing time at this point. You cannot go sideways and to the upside for too long for the fifth wave. You know, the fifth wave needs to be in a, you know, on the daily chart, it needs to take a week or two, maybe, not a month. So the fifth wave would be invalidated already once we start picking up from now. Unibright. I am extremely bullish on Unibright, MS Deer. Miss Deer. I am extremely bullish on Unibright. I think I have about 4 to 5% of my portfolio of Unibright. Very bullish on this project. Let's take a look at the chart of Unibright, because I think I have never checked out the chart on Unibright, doing technical analysis. We don't have too much data here. There's only Bitrex, and there's Bitrex. As you can see, a lot of scammy wicks here. These wicks, but Unibright, I'm extremely bullish on Unibright. I gotta say that. What is forming here for Unibright? Let's take a look at the daily chart. I mean, it is looking great for Unibright. Look how I started buying Unibright at about 28 cents, I think. I started FOMOing in here, also on the retracement. Oh no, this is 2 cents. Sorry, yeah, I might have. Yeah, after we had this this pump over here, and then over here, I started buying Unibright over here. Started learning about the project around about May, and started buying around this retracement. 28 cents. I remember taking getting most of my Unibright. It is it's a really potential project. I'm not going to talk about the project now, but the chart's looking great on the macro perspective, on the logarithmic chart. You know, who would say that we are entering a bear market for this altcoin? This is just a retracement like many of the other ones. The macro trend is up. The trend is your friend. There's no crazy dumps here yet. Okay, they could happen, but it is looking pretty healthy. The more sideways we go, the better, and going to the downside. Unibright looking very healthy on the macro perspective, in my opinion, and it is a great project. Check it out, Unibright. Could you please take a look at Engine? Let's take a quick look at Engine. Engine US dollar here, guys. This is going to be the last altcoin that I'm going to check out. I haven't had my breakfast yet. Are we going out? But guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I do daily content on crypto. Right, Engine. Let's take a look at the 4-hourly chart. Zoom out a little bit here for Engine. Engine still hasn't managed to break out from these lower high trend line. As you can see, lower high over here. We're still creating lower highs. We are still bearish. We are still going down. We need to break some major resistance points, which would be the trend line from these lower highs. And I would like to get at least above this lower high over here. So if we break out from this trend line, that'll be looking great. We might get a bounce and then back up. As soon as we break this lower high over here for engine, then yeah, we could clearly see that this might be a clear double bottom trend reversal. This would start be looking it will be starting to look bullish, in my opinion, starting to create another new channel, new lower high, higher lows. So breaking this trend line from this downtrend, breaking this lower high, it'll be looking extremely bullish. We might be creating another trend line. Could it be a bull trap? Maybe, guys. We'll be checking Bitcoin also. So let me just take a look quick at what market is saying. First wave, 3K to 12K. Okay, let's take a look at this here on the daily for Marcus. Right, this is, he says, first wave from 3K to 12K. Let's get the waves here. So I guess from 3K down over here, from March all the way from here, could be the first wave. Yes, potentially. Second wave back down to 12.9K. So this would be the second retracement. Yes. Ideally, it would be nice to see short, but it could be the case. Yes, it could be the case. Then eventually from 9K to 64K. Yeah, potentially also. And then this, the fourth wave. And we are going to create the fifth wave. Very much possible. It is. Yeah, it is a way to put the lines. It's not the best, but it could happen. It could be validated. I'm not saying it couldn't. Why couldn't be the third wave? Could have been this, and this may be the fifth wave. Also, I mean, this is the thing about Elliott wave theory. This is the thing about Elliott wave theory. It could happen like this. I'm not saying it couldn't. It could make sense. Yeah, it could make sense. It looks like it's going to slow trek for now. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, I think if you did enter the trade, then good. I would be exiting most of the position at 35K range. This is the measured move. So yeah, no retracement for now, unlikely. So yeah, guys, thank you very much for tuning in, and make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. Okay, I do daily content on Bitcoin, crypto. I do live streams and try and connect with the community. Make sure to check out the Bitcoin Center's website. Okay, we've got all sorts here. There's the latest technical analysis. We've got news, price predictions. Okay, guides on how to buy, how to store Bitcoin. We've got how to short and trade Bitcoin also. So check it out. Exchange reviews, here you can see where the best bonus is available. Okay, so yeah, make sure to check it out, guys. All free information, the link is in the description. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Make sure to smash up the like button on your way out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.